Yeah, the SO was watching there. She's kind of a Rams fan along with being a Chargers fan. She can do that. She can do what she wants. But that's unreal. Plus 3.5. You wind up losing when you're up 26-7.
Catch Cofield and Company weekdays starting at 3. It's time for the Las Vegas Aces postgame show on ESPN Las Vegas. Brought to you by Finley Toyota and the Valley Auto Mall. Here's TC Martin with tonight's highlights, analysis, and wrap-up.
The Las Vegas Aces lose this game 90-83 to the Indiana Fever. And the Aces had their opportunities today, but they really hurt themselves with the turnovers, committing 17 of those, resulting in 25 Indiana Fever points. Now, there's going to be a lot of talking points in the next couple days as we head into now a fifth and deciding game. The Fever, with this victory, tie the series up 2 games apiece, and the deciding Game 5 will take place in Las Vegas on Tuesday evening. Now, we'll have an exact time for you a little bit later, and a lot of this depends on exactly what happens tonight in the other semifinal, because there's an elimination game that's taking place tonight. If Phoenix defeats Minnesota tonight in Phoenix, then that series will be over. If not, they will have a Game 5 back in Minneapolis on Tuesday night as well. So we'll take a good hard look at that. But right now, time to be determined. And if we're looking at this, if there is a fifth game, then the Aces will have the later game. That will be at 6:30. If it's just a solo game, we believe that the game will be at 6 p.m. So we'll keep you posted on that. The other talking point that is going to take place is the officiating here again. And just to take it back, Becky Hammond was very critical of the officials, even after Game 2 that the Aces won. And then, of course, what took place on Friday night in Phoenix, where Cheryl Reeve basically accosted the officiating staff there and got ejected in the final minute of that game when she came on to the floor down inside the free throw line to the baseline. And then her comments at the post-game press conference talking about how she calls for change. She used the term, these officials are committing malpractice. And, of course, this has been a talking point for several years in the WNBA, but specifically this year. And then just within the last 48 hours, it's really been heightened. But in this game here today, not only were there some questionable calls, but the free throw disparity is going to be talked about. The Indiana Fever shot 34 free throws today. 34 free throws compared to the Aces' 11. So that definitely will be discussed. All right, let's run back the highlights and tell you how this all went down here. It was game number 4. Like we said, Aces had a chance to get a victory here, to give themselves some rest, punch their ticket to the finals. A'ja Wilson coming off what we would call, and she would call, a subpar game that we saw in Game 1 and Game 3, where A'ja only had 13 points with 6 for 20 shooting. She made sure she was going to get untracked early tonight. Jackie used a staggered screen from Lloyd and Wilson. Bounce pass to A. 18-footer on the way. You got that right. A'ja Wilson is feeling it. Jackie still with the rock. A'ja's going to come up and deliver a pick. She does. Now draws a double team inside to A. A got a lane. A finger roll is good for the MVP. And the Aces have cut the lead to 1, 17-16. Fever ended up leading by 2 at the end of the first quarter, 23-21. To the second quarter we go. Jewel Lloyd making a difference early. Into the hands of Lloyd. Lloyd fires over to Gray, crosses midcourt. Gets it back for 3. Jewel bangs it home. And the Aces have crawled within 1, 25-24. Aces got close right there, but then Indiana started stretching out the lead a little bit. Melissa Smith has had 2 very big games in this series. She was on her way to having the third one as she hit 4 of her first 5 shots. It's 33-32. A'ja passes inside Melissa Smith. Right-hand jump hook again is good for Melissa Smith. And that is a patented move that she has really developed during the course of this season. Melissa Smith only ended up with 8 points, and not much from her at all in the second half. A'ja Wilson continued to try to keep the Aces close as Indiana made a push to pull away before halftime. Wilson now has it at the three-point line. Right-hand dribble, now spin move to the left side, off the glass and good for the MVP. Asia Wilson into double figures. She's got a dozen. 46-38 was the halftime score. The Aces trailing by 8 to the third quarter we go. Aces started to make their move with Chelsea Gray. Wilson has it on the left elbow. Kicks it out to Gray for three. Chelsea nothing but cotton there. And the Aces answer back with a triple of their own, 51-49. Aces got off to that hot start, scored the first 5 points of the second half. Asia Wilson continued to motor for the Aces. Down to Timpson, and Chelsea just rips it away. Another steal for Gray, gives it to Asia. Asia at the top of the key. Over to Young. Young has it on the left wing. Asia posted up on the low block. Follow-away jumper, good for Asia Wilson. It all started with a Chelsea Gray steal. And then Asia posting up and converting, and the Aces crawl within 3, 59-56. Aces were there, only down 3. And talk about the steals. Chelsea Gray had 4 steals, as did Asia Wilson today. Asia coming off the 5 steals, which is a career high for her. Almost matched that today. And again, Chelsea rock solid there as well. Aces really trying to get back into this game, and they did, courtesy of the MVP. Ball is poked away by Gustafson in the hands of Wilson. Wilson has it going a breakaway, coast to coast, border to border, off the glass, and one for the MVP. Asia Wilson putting on her point guard skills there and finishes. Yes, and the Aces made a comeback towards the end of the third quarter there, but they still found themselves trailing in this game. But they did, make up some ground as they outscored the Fever by 3 points in the third quarter. But when it's all said and done, the Aces still trailed, but only trailed by a bucket going into the fourth quarter. To the fourth quarter we go. Jackie Young willing her way. And the Aces have the rock right now. Wilson goes down the baseline, gives it to Jackie Young in the corner for a triple, and Jackie starts the fourth quarter with a 3 to trim the lead to 67-65. Down 2 at that point in time, and again, more Asia Wilson. 6:09 to play here in Game 4. Aces need a win to close out the series. Gray inside to Wilson. Easy bucket there for Asia. So another assist for Chelsea Gray and another bucket for Asia. She's got 24 points, and the Aces are back within 4. Gray gives it back to Asia. Asia to the rack, off the glass, and good. Left hand money for Asia Wilson. She's got 24, and the Aces are within 2. 71-69. 71-69 at that point in time. Then Indiana stretched out the lead a little bit, and the Aces were making a run as we got within the 2-minute mark. Aces have the basketball. Chelsea Gray at the top of the key. Aces going left to right here in the fourth quarter. Down 6 to Jackie. Floater down the lane. Count it, and 1 for Jackie Young. Jackie Young cut it down to 3 there, but the Aces could not get any closer. Indiana stretched the lead back up to 7. Aces had an opportunity to cut it to 4 with an Asia Wilson 3-point play. Could not get it down to 4, and then that was it. Indiana was able to convert free throws down the stretch as the Aces were fouling over the final minute of the contest. And then the final score was 90-83 in favor of the Indiana Fever. The Indiana Fever come in here as the number 6 seed. The Aces the number 2 seed. And like I said, to start the post-game show off, Indiana was playing with house money here, and they came into this game here with nothing to lose. They were ultimately focused here tonight to take care of business and at least try to extend this to a 5-game series, and they did that with a big-time victory. For the Fever, Kelsey Mitchell was fantastic again tonight. 25 points for her. Aaliyah Boston had 24. Odyssey Sims with 18. After that, no other double-digit scores for the Indiana Fever. They ended up shooting 45% from the field. Only connected on 4 3-pointers in 15 attempts, but the free throws were really the big thing for Indiana. They missed 8 free throws, but they went to the line 34 times and converted on 26 of them. For the Aces, it was Asia Wilson, and I don't want to say not much else because Jackie Young contributed 18 points. Chelsea Gray had 12, but Asia was doing a bulk of the scoring, 14 for 24. Asia played 36 minutes today. She cashes in with 31 points, but not nearly enough for the Aces as they really had to play play from behind the entire game. Indiana's biggest lead was 10. The Aces only led by as many as 2, and their last lead came in the second quarter. So the rest of the scoring for the Aces, Kirsten Bell hit a 3 early in the second half, their first possession. She only played 6 minutes, 3 in the first half, 3 in the second. Melissa Smith started off on fire, only had 8 points. We mentioned Asia with 31, Jackie with 18, Chelsea with 12. Jewel Lloyd had a rough shooting night again here tonight, 2 for 8 overall, 2 for 7 from 3. 6 points for Jewel. Megan Gutcherson got into some foul trouble. She got 15 minutes tonight, the most we've seen her play in a long time. She had a deuce. Dana Evans, we've been used to seeing Dana come in here and contribute double figures. Only 3 points for her, 1 for 4 shooting, and then no other Aces player scored. As Kia Stokes got in the final minute, Aaliyah Nye and Cheyenne Parker-Tyus did not get into the game. Overall, the Aces shoot 51%, but still not good enough, and they get beat on the boards here tonight, big time here. Once again tonight. So you look at the Aces from a rebounding perspective. The Aces were out-rebounded 34-22, and that comes off the heels of being out-rebounded 39-26 on Friday night in game number 3. Assist-wise, some good moments for the Aces. Here tonight, Jackie Young had 9 assists, as did Chelsea Gray. So the two combined for 18 of the Aces' 22 assists. That was very nice. But it was a little too much Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston and the free throws for the Indiana Fever. All right, so that puts us to Game 5 on Tuesday night in Las Vegas. The action will be coming your way right here on your home for Aces basketball, ESPN Las Vegas, 100.9 FM and 1100 AM. Again, the contest will either be at 6 or 6:30, depending on what happens tonight in the other semifinal between Phoenix and Minnesota. All right, that series has Phoenix leading 2-1. They have a chance to close out the number 1 seed with a victory tonight in Phoenix over the Minnesota Lynx. But here, the Fever stave off elimination, and we're going to a Game 5. The series tied at 2. The winner on Tuesday will go to the WNBA Finals. For the Aces, it'll be the third time in the last 4 years. For the Indiana Fever, it would be their first finals in quite some time, 2015. So we'll see what happens on Tuesday night. I want to thank Ari for taking care of business as usual at Mission Control back at our Las Vegas headquarters. TC Martin saying so long from Indianapolis. And Aces victorious in Game 3, but lose here tonight in Game 4 as we force a 5th and deciding game in Vegas on Tuesday night. Have yourself a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you on Tuesday. Again, Aces lose to the Fever by a score of 80-73. Have yourself a great rest of the night.
Thank you for listening to Las Vegas Aces basketball on ESPN Las Vegas. Brought to you by Westar Credit Union and Finley Toyota in the Valley Auto Mall.
If you're experiencing a season of sports betting couch slouch, it's time to get off your app and get in the game. Rampart Casino is the place to be on game day. Team up with friends for game time food and drink specials, contests, giveaways, and more. Plus, we have some of the best odds in Summerlin. Catch all the action on Rampart's Race and Sportsbook Big Screen, or watch the casino big screen TVs while you play your favorite slots and table games. Get off your app and have a blast. For football, friends, and fun, Rampart's #1.
When your life has physically or emotionally changed forever because someone was distracted or drunk, or if some company put their profits over your safety, you need an experienced, compassionate lawyer to take on the stress of dealing with the insurance companies and big corporations so you can focus on your health and well-being. I'm Justin Watkins with Battleborn Injury Lawyers. We focus on excellent results and unparalleled customer service. Outsource your stress to us. Call me today at 766-1400. At Battleborn, your battle is our fight.
When your celebration of life is prepaid in advance, it becomes a gift from you to your family later. Let us help you plan every detail with professionalism and compassion. We're Palm Mortuaries and Cemeteries. Find us at dignitymemorial.com.
Hello, I'm Jesse Fonseca with Park Place Realty. I have been your local broker since 1990. Yes, that's 35 years. So if you're looking at selling or buying a home, I'd love to be your choice. Call or text for more information, 702-736-3000. I'm also a mortgage banker, so if no one will lend you, I'll lend you. I have a lot of money. Credit restoration, notary, and much more. Call for a free home evaluation, 736-3000.
License B143790. Geneva Financial 393995.
Plumbers, HVAC techs, contractors, and DIYers.